Hi, well, with it, Juliette Bentley today, who has come all the way from Australia to visit us in Logs today. And Juliette, can you tell us a bit about why you've come from Brisbane?
I just really want to, as an educator, I want to see young people understand not only where they come from, but the legacy of Sir Thomas Brisbane. Because I come from a city that's named after him. He visited it once in 1824, but the legacy he left was enormous. And we need us young people to be able to use technology in a way that's meaningful and purposeful and creative rather than consuming. And by working together on a collaboration that's a sincere, purposeful collaboration, not only do they learn about their culture, their people, their land, and their history, but they also come away learning the technological skills that will help them in their futures. Because we need 6.6 million digital workers by 2025, and we're nowhere near ready to actually fulfill that need. But more importantly, it's really about building connection and cultural empathy.
Sure.
I was really lucky. I had the morning with Richard and Linda and Anne in the Historical Society in the museum, which is fantastic. And then I met Ian Murdoch, and I've had a chance to talk to Callum. The idea is that we can build closer connections, not only as a sister city, a twinning, but for our students to be able to have a connection, particularly in preparation for the Olympics in 32.
Yeah, so the Olympics are coming in 2032. This is very exciting because coming to Brisbane, and Brisbane is obviously named after Sir Thomas Brisbane, who comes from Largs. So I gather you're trying to build bridges with the schools to try and do encourage link-ups as well between Brisbane in Australia and Largs, with a view to the Olympics coming in 2032.
Well, the thing is, I know that certainly in Australia, the focus is building the skills, the athletic skills for our young people who will be coming to the Olympics. But how nice would it be for young people to know their shared story, people they've met online, they might actually meet face to face. And there are so many opportunities for learning, for growth, self-growth for students. But historically, we are so closely aligned, and yet our young people don't know the story, and they don't realise just how similar they are. I mean, for example, in Scotland, you have an indigenous people with their own language. In Australia, we do too. But in both places, language has been taken away. And that's a way that power has been exerted. How wonderful would it be for our students, our young people, to share their language, to learn their language? That's just one very tiny bit. They can look at the science behind astronomy. And Sir Thomas Brisbane left us something like 364 scientific books when he left in 2024-25, so that Australia, which is a new country in terms of white settlement, could move forward and be at the forefront of science.
Sure.
There's so much that's going on that so many people don't understand, and it'd be fantastic if we could get together, maybe even support the museum by either lending or donating any of the artefacts that were sold off when the house was auctioned. Well, the house was demolished, but all the bits were auctioned, because it seems awfully sad to me that the museum's only got 2 doorknobs. We've got the door in Brisbane, you've got the doorknobs, 2 hinges, a plate and a teapot. Now I know that people have got things sitting on shelves, etc., and you may not want to part with them, but how good would it be to take photographs, to tell the story of how you got it or what it means to you, and then have those uploaded digitally? Because what we want to do is build a bank of resources so that students from both Australia and Scotland can have rich primary sources and learn about what life was like at the time of Sir Thomas Brisbane and the legacy that was left. And think about, for example, the fact that when he mapped the skies in the southern hemisphere, those maps were used for a further 100 years after he left. I mean, that is enormous in itself. He also built our first observatory in Sydney. We have an observatory in Brisbane called the Sir Thomas Brisbane Observatory, and I haven't had a chance to get to it, and I won't this trip, but I would like to get up to the observatory. I know there's nothing there now really, but there's 3 sisters. We have things that we should be really celebrating, and we have a big event happening this Sunday, don't we, Callum?
Yeah, it's the 250th anniversary since Sir Thomas Brisbane was born.
So it's his birthday. Surely we could do something together to make our towns. But to celebrate the man who gave a name to a city on the other side of the world, I mean, that's a pretty special thing to do.
Juliette, thank you very much and have a safe journey home. Thank you. Thank you.